right, so if you missed it today, there was a whole 2K26 live stream where they talked about a whole bunch of stuff, anything from the roadmap to when we're going to be getting all the new information, to gameplay changes, to the MyPlayer builder, to the city, Mycareer. Honestly, it was so much stuff that I can't afford to waste any time with this intro. Let's just get straight into this. So let's start here with the roadmap. You can see it on your screen right now. All of the information and the days we're getting it are on these stupid little VHS tapes. I don't know why they did it like this, but don't worry, I'm going to read the dates out for any of you who don't have 20/20 vision and don't want to like squint right into your monitor trying to read this. So on July 28th, you can see it says gameplay powered by ProPlay. We're just going to get some stupid like offline Mycareer gameplay, some type of trailer nonsense. This never means anything, nothing worthwhile they're actually going to show in this trailer. It's just going to be nonsense to try to make the game look good. Then on August 4th, you can see we're getting a MyPlayer presentation. I would assume that means the builder, but this company is so weird with its wording, you never really know. Then the week of August 11th, we're going to be getting the My Team reveal and also the W for anyone who cares about those game modes. My Team I can maybe understand, but if you're playing the W, you need to reevaluate your life choices respectfully. Then on the week of August 18th, we're going to be getting the Mycareer and MyNBA reveal. And also in that week, we're going to be getting the community content. I don't really know what that means. If I had to guess, it would be all of the people who went to Community Day showing all of their gameplay. That's what I would guess, but again, you never really know with this company. Then the week of August 25th is obviously when shit starts popping off. We get the city reveal the week of August 25th. We also get Season 1. Then the early access starts on August 29th, and then the game officially launches after the pre-order bonuses on September 5th. So overall, I do actually like the way that they're presenting it this year. Normally, they start dropping information. They give us like little fucking breadcrumbs, and we have to wait the entire summer to keep getting breadcrumbs. I actually like how concise it is this year. It's like over basically 1 month, we're getting all of this information, and then it's done, and it's very concise. I actually prefer this to the way that they used to do it. But anyway, continuing on. So I'm going to start with gameplay here now that we're done with the roadmap. So apparently, and this is quote for quote, they're going all in this year on skill-based competition, which apparently means no more slightly early or slightly late shots going in competitive modes like Stage, Pro-Am, Proving Grounds. Apparently, if it's not green, it's not going in. This is a good thing, but I just have to say, why the fuck is it not already like this? These are competitive game modes. Like, why is it not green or miss already? That's just stupid, but I guess that's kind of a W. Now, the other thing I'm thinking when I see the words skill-based competition is hopefully, praise be to God, they lower down the RNG drastically. 2K25, I think that's the main problem with the game, is how inconsistent it is and how much it's run by an algorithm. It's beyond stupid. So hopefully with the words skill-based competition, they actually lower that shit down a little bit. But to be honest with you, I wouldn't hold my breath. Now, another thing they announced is layups are going to be fully timed again. No more of the real player percentage RNG bullshit. In 2K25, I'm sure a lot of you know, you could very easily cheese the real player percentage layups, especially the contested ones. So thankfully that shit is out of here. You actually have to time your layup with a visible meter now, just like jump shots. And speaking of a visible meter, there's actually going to be a green window visible for jump shots and the dunk meter, which I see people celebrating this on Twitter, acting like it's a huge thing that this is back and it's a huge W. And don't get me wrong, it is. But again, why was this ever removed? Like, is it not common sense that I want to be able to see the green window on my fucking meter? And people are celebrating this on Twitter like this is game of the year material. Like, it never should have been taken out of the game to begin with. But yes, it is a W, I guess. Like, really think about this for a minute, because someone at 2K really said to themselves, wow, when you go up with a dunk meter, it should be a complete guess whether or not you're going to green it. You shouldn't be able to see the green window. And other people at 2K in the company really looked at that and they were like, dude, that's a fire fucking idea. Implement that. So that's just fucking stupid. But anyway, continuing on here. So they were claiming they're going to keep the playstyles fresh all year. And the way that they claim they're going to be able to do this is through a reworked cap breaker system that actually rewards progression. And they claim that they also revamped the takeover system to make it easier to unlock them and also kind of make it more reflective of how you play the game. So I don't think it's a surprise to literally anyone that cap breakers are coming back. I already know that made the company so much fucking money by adding that into the game. So they would actually have to be fucking doy to not add that back into the game. And it makes sense that they would rework it a little bit. I'm curious what they mean by that though. So now let's move on to the builder. And just to be clear, we didn't see the builder in full anywhere in this stream, but we did get a lot of solid information about it. So one thing is you can actually preview your body type now before you finish your build. This is one of those small quality of life things where I'm wondering, why is this not already in the game? But yeah, that is cool that I can actually see my body type now before I put $100 into the game and go work out at the Gatorade facility just for it to look stupid. I'm glad that I can actually see that now before I press confirm when I make my build. Now, their other big claim here is they're promising more build diversity. And honestly, bro, I will believe this shit when I see it. Because ever since 2K21, where we have just had a completely open builder where you can really just make whatever, there has been a dominant build by far every single year. 2K21, it was the 6'9" point forwards, or it was either 6'7" or 6'9", I don't fully remember. 2K22, it was the really short play shots running behind screens. 2K23, it was the 6'9" demigods. 2K24, it was 6'6s. And 2K25, it was short guards again. So when they're saying there's more diversity in the builds, I will believe that shit when I see it. Now, moving on to the city here, this is apparently going to be the smallest city ever in 2K history. This is like the third or fourth year they've said this in a row. I'm tired of fucking hearing it. There should not be a city at all. I know it's not going anywhere because it's such a convenient way for them to spam advertisements anywhere, but them slowly making the city smaller every year as another reason for you to buy the game is just fucking stupid. Just make it small. Just give us a neighborhood. We don't need any of this extra dumb shit that they're doing. Now, this, I will not lie, is actually a huge W. They're also apparently switching up the vibe. The new park is going to be inspired by a real life neighborhood, like actual parks. I remember I was talking a few videos ago about the Rucker Park leaks. That would be fucking huge, or like Venice Beach like they've done in the past. Actual, real, natural environments with more grounded aesthetics. No more of this laggy fucking bullshit, these massive parks with cruise ships and robots and all of this stupidity. If this is actually what they're doing, and Uncle Demi claimed that Rucker Park was in this game, that's fucking huge. I won't lie. I can't even bitch about that. That's actually a huge W. Now, another thing that I think is a cool idea in theory is if you're a top player in any of the game modes, whether it's theater, pro-am, or rec, you're actually going to get a 12-foot statue of your player outside of that game mode's building. Like, imagine walking into the rec and just seeing a big-ass statue of yourself standing there. Like, I won't lie. In theory, that is cool, and it updates every day. So it's not just like number one on the leaderboard all time gets that. If you like won the most games in a day or whatever, you're going to be that statue and you're going to be at the top of the leaderboard for that day. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, that sounds really cool. How could you get mad at that? It's because there's no fucking anti-cheat in this game. So it's going to be the same thing as Proving Grounds, where the people who abuse the mechanics and cheat win all of the events and stay at the top of Proving Grounds, and no one who's actually playing legitimately is going to get that fucking statue. That's why I'm bitching about that. I haven't read anything about an actual anti-cheat or them stopping boosters. That was the main problem in 2K25, to the point where it wasn't even worth it to play events because you just knew you were going to play against a cheater. But anyway, moving into the offline Mycareer news, there's a storyline they're calling Out of Bounds, and apparently it's supposed to be different than the past few years. They're claiming that your choices actually matter. They're saying if you don't complete objectives, you might lose out on agent deals, endorsements, draft positions, stuff like that. They're also claiming that they're bringing back the full NBA draft experience with like private team workouts, which should make that whole process at least a little fun and make it a little bit immersive. I stopped playing offline Mycareer years ago. I got bored of that. But if you're like Chris Smooth out here and you still play this every year, you probably will enjoy that. That does sound cool. But yeah, that's pretty much all the news that we got today. Like I said earlier, the game launches September 5th, and if you pre-order it and get the $100 version, you get to play it a week early. Obviously, don't do that. Like, if you can think for more than 2 seconds, you know that's a bad idea. The game's never release finished, so why the fuck would you pre-order it and pay $100 to play it early? The game isn't even done when it actually fully releases. So, like, what, you're going to be a beta tester out here? But I know that people are going to do that. Like, just please, listen to me. Do not do that. But yeah, overall, just like every other year at this time, it looks like they're actually listening to community feedback and making good changes. I want you to stop thinking that right now, because every other year we think this at this time. Remember 2K25, how we were all hype about Proving Grounds and with precise stops and launches and all of the things they lied about. And all of the content creators who hyped the game up and said it was actually good because they went to community day and they want to stay good on Ronnie's side, right? Once we actually played the game, we knew it was fucking dog shit. So do not actually form an opinion until you are playing the game or you're watching a content creator that you actually trust that is not a shill. Stop falling for the same shit every year. I'm tired of people falling for this shit, man. It's probably going to be ass. Do not get your hopes up, but at the very least, wait until you're playing the game or until you're watching someone that you trust to form an opinion. Do not start thinking things now or getting excited. But at the end of this video, I actually want to test something that I see a lot of other douchey YouTubers do to like try to farm engagement, which I'm going to do it too. Okay, fuck it. Comment a dog emoji for absolutely no reason. I want to see how many people actually made it to the end of the video. But yeah, on that note, people, I'm out of here. Thank you for watching to the end. I do actually appreciate it, all trolling aside. Thank you also to my members. It really does mean a lot to me that you guys are showing love. And until 2K decides to drop more news or do something stupid, I'm out of here, people. Peace.